Well, howdy, folks. Today, I am finally going out in the big old Marauder, and I have about a 95-mile round trip around from Alpine to Hamul, California, back up through the mountains and back to home. I'll put up a map so you can see where we're going, and I got a bunch of cameras to play with. My back is feeling pretty good. I've got like double and triple back support, so should be okay. And when I find a good place, I'll bring you back in. So see you in a bit. Yep, here we go, getting on the freeway. Oh, you guys know me and my freeways, especially with this car. So this is a section of Interstate 8 east out of Alpine, California, that Granite Company repaved it. And I'm on the new lane, and it is so smooth. This is the best freeway rebuild I've ever been on, and I've been on a lot. And I even stopped by and talked to one of the supervisor dudes, and I told him what an amazing job they did with this freeway. And he kind of chuckled and he said, you know, nobody's ever told us that. And let's see, the middle lane, not too bad, because the Marauder with these low profile tires can feel every, and I mean every little bump, even a paper clip. So kudos to Granite Company for rebuilding this freeway. Really nice. It took almost 2 years, I think, to complete the whole section. And the whole section is approximately, 8 miles maybe. Used to be traffic. That left lane there used to be the only lane you had for 8 miles, and it sucked when I wanted to go to the desert. But anyway, we are now on the freeway heading towards Campo, California. And that's going to be the first stop, and we'll check out things there. So I'll see you when we get there. Okay, so here we go. I used to be anti-tagging. Hold on for the car. I used to be anti-tagging, and I've kind of changed my mind because, as you'll see, there's some amazing artwork. I found some really amazing artwork out in the desert on an old warehouse. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure I have it on video somewhere. But, and then also, when I go places, I wouldn't GPS it because I didn't want people to go deface or tag or anything. So I reckon if I GPS this spot, it ain't not gonna matter. Well, let's go check this out. Pretty sure there's no snakes this time of year. It's getting kind of cold for them. They're all in their holes sleeping. And here we go. Get a little autofocus there. I'm shooting on the EM1 Mark III. I used to shoot always on the EM1 Mark II, but lately I think I've realized my EM1 Mark III is better with video. It's like my mini OMD EM1X, so it shoots amazing just like the X. And the problem is I have to swap out the gimbal to the windshield mount and then other different ways. Yeah, but it's all for the love of the video, right? Let's get in the shade here. This is pretty amazing art. And look at this old building. It must have been some kind of a waypoint, you know, just in between Yuma, Arizona and San Diego. You could probably, I imagine this to be something like a convenience store. People come in, get a cup of coffee, a donut maybe. Now here's the back area. Maybe Maybe a restroom. I don't know. I really couldn't tell for sure. But anyway, let's go through. Wait, what's that? 1, 2, 3 primer for all projects. Got it. The trash around here is amazing. And here we got a very deep hole. But this is what the back end looks like. So quiet I can hear my ears ring. And then looking back, somebody was here in 2021, 3 years ago, and there's one, oh, they painted over it. There was a really neat skunk drawing there. What happened to the female? Oh man, people came in and painted over stuff. That sucks. Let's go back around the corner, as they say in Massachusetts, you know, like we're gonna park the car. Okay, here's the back end. These bushes are all stickly. Oh, she's still there. Back when it was much fresher and somebody didn't ruin it with that toy thing, it was absolutely amazing. I have a photo of that on Flickr somewhere. But yeah, you can see some of the tagging. Takes a lot of forethought to do that. And artistic capability, you know? Because you got to have a quasi thought in mind on what you want to do. NTV, ATV. That must be Nathaniel Thomas Victus, and Adrienne Teresa Victus. So that's their names. Yeah. And then looking in here, we'll do a frame and a frame. Nada, nothing. Gotcha. And there she is. That's our tour car for the day. The big Marauder. Let's go back up. Finally fixed the road. That was a leaker. Meow. Wave, you're on YouTube. It's the racing mini SUV. So anyway, there we are. Tagging Central. See you at the next spot. And just a quick side note, today is total legal day. As I don't know if you just saw, there was a highway patrolman just hanging out there, and my Google Maps Android Auto on the car asked me if he was still there. So that they even know. Somebody reports him. I don't know how to do that, but anyway, today is legal day. Today is gas mileage day. I'm doing pretty much the speed limit or the flow of traffic, shall we say, and gonna see just how the car does. Right now, after driving, I don't know, about 20 miles, one was up a big uphill, I'm getting 17 miles average, so that's pretty good. And I think I'm gonna take Kitchen Creek Road here. Oh, and off to the right is our fall colors. This is the only strip I know of, except for way up on top of the mountains. This is the only strip of the colors. But yeah, we're gonna get off at Kitchen Creek Road, and that is a remembrance from Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where they, Kitchen Shoals, that was it, when the World War II guys were getting off the spaceship and they're naming them one by one where they came from. But anyway, this is Kitchen Creek. Kitchen Creek to the left has an amazing campground up there. Total beautiful dark skies for any of you folks that want to do astrophotography. I'd like to go up there, but I don't actually have a battery set up for my gear, my gig. Anyway, so we're gonna go down here, get back on Kitchen Creek Road, head east, and then there's a 2-lane road that's gonna take me off into the proverbial sticks. So I'll see you in a bit. So here we got off Old Highway 80. We are heading southwest, I reckon. I don't have a compass on the car right now. But yeah, about southwest. 2-lane road. This is what this car was built for. I love this type of road. And this is much smoother than Old Highway 80 because I think they made that out of like 20-foot slabs. And so it felt like you were galloping along on a horse. Kind of sounded that way too, which is kind of cool. But anyway, here we are. I'll close the window. It's a beautiful day. It is basically 70. It's 70 degrees outside. Really nice. Some kind of high clouds. I wish we had some puffy clouds, because that makes for prettier photography, right? But anyway, this is, what road is this? Not really sure. I think it's Church Road. So this is Church Road, going through town here. Speed limit's 40. I am doing 45. But anyway, the car is getting, right now the car is getting 47 miles to the gallon. It's kind of putting along. When I let off the gas, it goes to 9999. But anyway, when we see something, me, myself, and I, all three of us, when we see something, I'll bring it back in. See you in a bit. And this is Highway 94. 9 plus 4 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 is my life number, my lucky number. So favorite highway right here. But anyway, coming up on my most photographed bridge around here. This is the old bridge, the old railroad bridge that goes to Mexico. And it is over 100 years old. One day I found a steel plate right below in this lane, and holy moly, it's a good thing that thing didn't hit a car, because it weighed about 30 pounds. But anyway, this is another amazingly amazing 2-lane racetrack for the Marauder. But we're being good boys. So far we are doing 20.3 miles per gallon in a 380 horsepower to 400 horsepower 410 gear hot rod. This car weighs 4,400 pounds, and to get 20 miles per gallon, we're doing pretty good. I'll probably even get better than that, because I'm doing the speed limit today, and right now I'm back to 9999 miles per gallon. Let's see, do I need brakes at 30 miles an hour? I don't think so. We'll take it no brakes. There we go. Doing 54 miles an hour. I have 3 15-35s on the rear and 2 55-45s on front. So this is basically like driving on Velcro with such a heavy car. But anyway, we are now on our way to Campo, California. And when we get there, I'll bring you back in. So this here is what I think is Army barracks east of San Diego, out here in the middle of nowhere, really, army-wise. And I walked in there and there wasn't anybody in there at all, so I am not going to film in there, and I'm not going to drive in there. There's no signs that say no trespassing or no entrance, but you know how going in and filming on a location and somebody pops up and they're like, "What the hell you doing in here, boy? I want to take your film. Give me your roll of film." Yes, sir. So anyway, this is what I found, and we're going to continue on our way. So see you in a bit. Well, here we are in historic Campo, California, and this is the museum. I don't know if it's open, but one can only hope. Let's see if we can get nice and close to this, and then you can pause it and read it. It's the old Campo store. Very, very old. Mid-1800s, give or take. Oh, they're open. No, they're not. They are locked shut. But anyway, this is the museum grounds, and they have a pretty nice display. Here, as you can see, a lot of historic pictures, a lot of good stuff. I hear a critter. Oh, it's a people.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine.
Good.
Let me turn this off. That was a nice lady. Stuff from the old days. It's a blue elderberry. She said I could walk around. Gate's kind of open, right? It's open for peoples. Relics from the past. Go find that sign. So you can freeze that if you want. So let's walk across the bridge here. Pretty stout railings. Kind of like overkill, wouldn't you think? Maybe. That way goes to Mexico, and there is a ride from the Campo Train Museum, which is that way. And you could take it for quite a ride down. I made a video riding with the engineer on the train, and that was really cool. But then this is pretty much it for Campo. Got their store, and that way is the way that we came from. So, you know, pretty cool. And we are now heading that way. Look at those beautiful clouds. Those clouds are amazing. And then we got the fall colors. Out here in Southern California, you don't get too much of this fall color stuff because everything's like a deserty evergreen. But anyway, onward to the next location, if we find one. The suspense builds. Here we have another abandoned place. You can actually buy this. New barbed wire since I've been here. Gotta watch out for nails. Nails everywhere. This used to be, I don't know, a station of some sort maybe. We got plumbing, but a very small place. Well, it was maybe somebody's house. Here we got the grand old steps. This was their backyard. You could see that's just the little place. I've been through here lots and lots and lots of times, and it just has never changed. Only the tagging changes, and it looks like they painted over some of the tagging, so I don't know. You tell me. But anyway, just a quick stop on this place here. Got remnants of fire, so it burned away except for the old brick. So onward to the next spot. Well, here we are on the twisty turny road. This is so fun. Let's see, just to give you an update, we are 20 miles per gallon. Ha! And we've gone about 60 miles, something like that. The odometer says 77, but with 410 gears you got to subtract some mileage, so it's really probably only about 70. And we are headed towards Hamul. Really pretty through here. See all the colors. I've been a good boy. I haven't passed anybody like a crazy idiot, except for a tow truck that was going really, really slow, and it was so clear that I took the shot. Had to. Otherwise I'd be doing 10 miles an hour for quite a while. So what we're going to do up here is we are going to take a right turn that heads me east on Indian Springs Road, and that's going to take me back basically to Alpine, back home. So we're coming up on the Border Patrol checkpoint. Let's see if they're open or closed. I've seen a lot of BPs around. Gotta be up here somewhere. Anyway, I'll bring you in when we get there. Well, here we are, and you can see there is quite a queue. I didn't think it would be this bad, but what the heck, we're just cruising. So once we get through this, then I'll be, let's see, I guess I'm about 5 miles away from Indian Springs, and I'll bring you back and show you that there little road. So see you. So I decided to cut it short, and this is Honey Springs Road, and this will take me back towards home. As you can see, we are kind of like heading east now. Got the sun almost behind my back, got the traffic behind my back, got the Border Patrol behind my back. So it's free sailing. As you can see, it is just, it's beautiful out here. People say it's like really plain, but I disagree. I beg to disagree. And so now we're gonna head back home and see if we can find something interesting before we get there. So if I do, I'll bring it back in. So I've made it back to the backside of where I live. I live over the hills to the right, and this is Arnold Way. Well, I'm on my way to Arnold Way. This is Habitual Valley Road, and beautiful back here. This is where I take the cars on a big loop. It's like about a 20-mile loop from home back to home, just to keep the batteries charged up when I don't drive very much. And this is just a really nice road. Sometimes, like a bad boy, I've driven really fast in this car through here. But anyway, I gotta go home and start boning up on my DMV written test. I turned 70 December 9th, and they say I gotta make an appointment. I gotta go down there and read an eye chart and maybe take a written test. Amazing. I don't know when the last time I took a written test for driving. But anyway, this has been a really, really nice drive. Got me out of the house from watching YouTube videos. So I thought I'd go out and make a YouTube video. Funny, eh? But really good ride. I think we are at probably right around 90 some odd miles total, and my gas mileage for the day in the Marauder is working on 20 miles per gallon for the whole trip. Not bad for 400 horsepower, eh? But I want to thank you for coming along on a ride along with Randy. Haven't done this in a coon's age, and I don't know why everybody says raccoons live. Do raccoons live that long? But anyway, thanks for coming along, and as usual, I will see you on the next adventure.